Hi guys, we're gonna brew coffee in a French press today. So there are many different kinds of French presses. Today we're using a metal French press. I find that heat retention is best in this. There are glass ones, which can look pretty, but I prefer the metal. So let's get started. So we have our water right off boil, and we're gonna take our coffee. We're gonna use 25 grams of coffee today. So 25 grams of coffee, medium fine. Common misconception is that French press needs a coarser grind, but finer gets a way better and more balanced extraction. So once 25 grams are in, we're gonna take our water, zero out our scale, and we're gonna pour 400 grams, and starting our timer as soon as the water touches the coffee. So we want all the dry coffee to be fully saturated with water so that we have a nice even extraction. And then once we are at 400, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stick our lid and plunger on the top to keep any of that heat from escaping as much as possible. And then we're gonna let it sit there until the 4-minute mark. So at the 4-minute mark, we're gonna take our lid back off. And as you can see, a crust of coffee has formed on the top. Many people skip this step, but in order to get a nice, cleaner cup of coffee that's smoother, brighter, and even bolder, we want to scrape off the coffee that has risen to the surface or stayed on the surface and formed a crust. So you'll need 2 spoons. And then what you want to do is just start on one side and then just take both spoons and skim that coffee off the top. Might take a couple times to get it all up. There we go. And one more time onto it. And then we're going to stick our lid back on just to continue retaining any of that heat. So once we're at the 7-minute mark, this is when we plunge the coffee. We want to make sure it's harder in a metal French press to see, but we want to make sure that we don't plunge all the way down to the bed of coffee that's resting at the bottom, as to not agitate it and over extract the coffee. So we're just going to plunge slowly right to almost the bottom where it's resting basically on the surface of the bed of coffee. And then once that is done, you're ready. Nice. And that's how you brew a French press.